Everyday chat and chart live during the New York session. Here, real traders share the raw truth, their mindset, technical analysis, and execution. This is where real traders show their skill set. Welcome to Tradin TV. This is your stage to shine.
Hello. How is everyone doing? Astuce, how are you? HERAMANI, how are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Doing great.
How are you guys doing?
Doing amazing. How's everyone's week? Everyone in the chat. We just started. How's everyone's last week? HERAMANI, did you take any trades last week?
Yeah, I take some loss last week, so I take some break from Thursday.
Yeah. NQ last week was interesting, so to say, because it was manipulating a lot after market open and then still moving in the direction that we would probably forecast, because I think me and you would have pretty much the same directional idea. So yeah, it's been more harder to trade during the day. What about you, Astuce?
Yeah.
Have you taken any trades last week?
I can't really remember. Last week I've been waiting for a lot of payouts, so but I took a trade at Asia session last night, and that was a stop loss.
Okay. Do you want to share the trade?
Yeah, give me a minute. My chart is really.
Did you long?
Yeah, I had a buy on gold, and it took me out, and right away it went to TP. Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So basically, I bought right after market open. So I had a buy pretty much right here. And then I had my stop loss pretty much here. And then my TP, that was like basically this high right here. So what price did is price came, they kicked me out with this sort of thing right here. And then it pretty much went to TP. I think the fact that price took me out here was the best case scenario, because if price didn't take me out and then it came here and it missed my TP and it comes back down, I'm gonna be more pissed than a stop loss and then going back up. So overall it was a 3 hour trade, basically 2.9 or 3 hours setup. And yeah, that was a stop loss. And the main reason why I was looking to buy is because we had this I think last week Asia low, and then what happened is price came and it has cleared the Asia low, right? And then right after price cleared Asia low, I wanted to buy, but as soon as market opened, I have no idea what price was doing here. It was going up and down, played around, and later when price like it stopped doing all of those funny things, that's when I had my buy. And I think I may have had like a safer stop loss, but if I increase my stop loss, then I'm gonna lose more money as well. So this was like pretty much why I just decided to set my stop loss, and that was a stop loss.
Yeah.
And right now I'm still expecting price to go up, but this whole thing we are having like a consolidation in this whole thing, so you can expect a lot of manipulation. Even this morning I had a buy at London session and price came in, took me out as well. But aside that, I want price to go long, but based on what's happening here, it can as well go down than going up. And I don't know if I have anything on the high time frame. High time frame, it looks like it has to sell just because we have too much of this build up to the downside. So maybe one of the case we can maybe have like some meeting here and then a sell. Or if price doesn't want to do that, then price can just sell and clear the whole trend line. I don't know what you guys have a setup, but this is pretty much what I'm looking at.
I think the only thing that makes me not want to short gold, it's the daily chart. Because if you check the daily chart, it still looks very, very good, and it's being held by that imbalance or fair value gap.
Yeah, on the daily it still looks bullish.
Like you have that order block, but you also have the gap. So that gap right there, that's where the market is at now.
For me, Daily, I'm
But yeah,
expecting
but
price to go up.
we're
It
also
has
at a massive level. So 42.50 is probably a massive level because you have that big order block at the top. So like right now, I think for me, gold
yeah.
is in a no trading zone. It's like, okay, wait for the market to tank and then continue with the shorts, or wait for the market to go up and then enter in the longs, basically.
Yeah, same
Mm.
here, same for me on gold.
But well, since Astuce trades much more on the scalping side, it just makes sense that okay, maybe we're looking for shorts. So both people
Yeah,
can,
so for me, I just
which is
want
interesting.
like a 200 pips move on gold. I think I should be good. Like
Yeah,
200 pips.
yeah,
If price can give me this, that should be it. Or if he wants to go down,
yeah,
I'm not really interested into selling, though. Like there is a lot of reason to sell, but I'm not really interested into selling gold right now. You know how that fear of selling when everything's
yeah,
good.
yeah, exactly.
The analysis could say sell, but me, I wouldn't press the button, you know?
Yeah. What about you, Haramani? What are you looking for in the market this week?
This week I'm looking on same. I'm looking for gold for some confirmation on higher time frame, and for gold I need to see some down movement first, and then I will be interested for buy on gold. That's my plan. And for EU and GU, I'm planning for some
Do you want to share
buys
your
on
screen?
EU and GU. Yep, sure, sure, sure.
Let's do it.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Need to share the screen. 1 second. Someone will likely
It
share it now.
takes some. I'll do it again.
Um, I think someone just needs to put the screen up on stream.
I'm trying again.
Let's see. Are you sharing the screen? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So for this is on goal. So for now, I want to see to take some liquidity downside, and I will be interested for buy to. So I want to see at least to take this lows, this 1 hour lows. So that's my plan on gold, and after that, I will look for some buy on gold. That's my plan. And for EU, same thing. EU, I'm looking for buy, but for now, the level is not interested to take me any position right now. So at least I need to see more down movements in GU and EU as well. And overall, I'm bullish on EU and GU. That's it for this high is my target for GU, and for EU will be this highs and somewhere here. So if I got some down movement, and then if I see my setup, then I will go for long on EU for this week. That's my plan. And for US, the cat is very interesting right now. It's dropping very nicely. So uh, this equal lows will be my interested area, but I need to see some retracement first in this 4 hour. I'm expecting at least to fill this 4 hour gap, but it is dropping more. So uh, I will be waiting until then. If this is not my setup, so my setup will be it will go for some retracement to this gap at least, and it respect this gap. And if I see some break of structure in lower time frame, then only that will be my setup. And for Nasdaq, from last week, I'm losing on Nasdaq. So it's a very interesting price right now. And right now we are in December, so I'm bullish until, but uh, till now I don't see any setup that suits to my trading style. So till I'm waiting for that.
Yeah. Why does everyone trade gold often? Usually it's just because it's more volatile. So someone is asking Astuce, do you trade with FTMO at all or no?
I got banned from FTMO.
Hell yeah. Great. This man.
Uh,
Would you guys stop trading from the end of this week? That is a valid question. So 19th, no, not yet. So we have 12th. Next week, the week ends on the 19th. So I would say this week and next week I'm still trading, and then the other week I'm not trading anymore.
Yeah, same for me.
from 19 from 19 to till like 5th January.
From for
No,
me, it's like from 19th to like 5.
yeah,
Yeah,
5th January,
5.
yes.
Yeah. And for me, last year, December 2024, December, I didn't take any trade. I took one trade that is also ended up losing on that
Yeah,
one trade in a whole
yeah.
month.
I remember there was, so 2 years ago, I didn't trade December, and December was like super, super clean. And then last year I traded December and I ended up negative, and I was like, fuck, can't believe it. Um, but hey, happens. For everyone in the chat, has anyone taken any trades? Winner, loser, like today or no? We always catch you on Monday, so just lost 2% of my evaluation. I was up 4%, then traded 4% and lost 2%. Well, you're still up, so I don't listen. People have to understand that just because you take a loss, like you didn't do anything wrong. You were up 5%. You lost 2. It doesn't matter. It's like you don't ask us anything when you win, so it doesn't make sense. EU short on EU. Goddamn short on EU. Gold long lost. Gold lost. Gold buys. Interesting. Gold right now is like in that area that I mentioned. I'm not really interested that much up until it shows me some good change in structure. And like EU, I would definitely favor the longs on EU. I don't know if you won on EU. Took a short on EU right now. I don't know. I favor the longs by a mile.
Yeah,
I would say so.
same
Just
for
because
me.
we're at the daily fair value gap.
The structure is so bullish right now in
Yeah.
4 hour and daily.
Doesn't mean it can't work. It's just like I don't like to trade against the momentum of the market and the fact that we're now still respecting the bullish levels. So
Exactly.
I'm gonna share the screen too.
Yeah.
Sharing the screen. Like right here, I look at this sort of week or weeks in this fair value gap. I'm not really that interested in shorting from here because I think the market is now at this point. Eventually, like if it goes down, it will go bearish and then it gives you the continuation. That would be like easy trading. Like calling the high here is very hard. And I know you'll see people on social media saying they did it. Guess what? They're not profitable. I can tell you that for a fact. I don't care what anyone says. If someone says that they shorted this high, I don't trust them.
GU.
GU is at that fair value gap. It's also at the weekly order block. But overall, again, if it's bullish, the market will just continue moving higher. NQ looking very, very bullish. I would love to see NQ coming down towards this order block, but I don't know if that is what is going to happen. I don't know if that it will happen or not. I would say it's going to be interesting to see if it does. Same thing with ES. Listen, I've seen some people asking about what the bias is on S&P 500 and on NASDAQ. Look at the daily chart. What do you mean, what's the bias? Like, look at the daily chart. You just want me to magically say, oh, no, this is the high, and we're going to go down. It's like, reality alert, that's not going to happen. Like, the market is looking incredibly bullish. And yes, we might go down a few percent, right? We have here from top to bottom a 1.4% move. Or here, a 1% move down. But notice how the market always comes back to those order blocks and continues moving higher. So I'd just love to see that happening again. It's like, bias is not hard. Everyone always like pretends that trading bias is hard. It isn't. You're literally just looking at where the market is reacting from. Oh, order block. And you just stop trying to call the high. Oh yeah, KIMMEL, but it went down here. Doesn't fucking matter. It literally does not matter. Because it just eventually goes up. Like, you need to get your head off of your ass and understand that bias is hard if your ego is attached to it. Because from here on out, on Tuesday, the 25th of November, I was already bullish. And from here on out, we went bearish, what, 1 day, 2 days? We finished bearish. That doesn't mean we moved bearish. Well, we did, but we ended up reversing, right? So just keep that in mind. Like, bias is not hard. Is anyone bearish on NASDAQ or S&P 500?
I'm bullish on Nasdaq and S&P 500.
Yeah. Astuce, if you had to take a trade right now on gold, would you long or would you short?
I'm going to long it.
Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, if you want a higher strike rate, you just go with what the daily is telling you. Like, it's
I don't
crazy.
like trading pullback. I don't like trading pullbacks.
I don't
You see
understand.
how on Friday in New York we had a massive sell on gold, like 500 pip in like 15 minutes. Just go
Yeah.
to the gold chart and go to the 15 minutes. You'll see that there was like one long candle. I have some
Yeah.
friends that were expecting that sell. I was like, well, it could be a zone that I could sell from just because it's like an extreme zone, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be selling. Like,
Yeah.
I know you can sell from it, but I don't know how far it will sell go down. You might maybe sell just like 100 pips and go back up, down. Up. There's no way I'm going to trade those kind of setups. So I'm just waiting for my pro trade and trade it. I mean, if I go through my trading history, I don't remember the last time I clicked sell on gold. Like, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So
You just go with the flow.
yes, no
Like,
point
usually
of
traders that try to go counter to the trend, they just want that $500 drop on gold, and they think that they're gonna hold for the whole $500 or whatever it is that gold is gonna drop, and that they will
yeah.
finally become profitable. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. Like, you don't become profitable just because you took one highly risk to reward trade. It does not mean that you're profitable. Profitable is something that you can do on a consistent basis. So Hassan said it good. I want NQ to manipulate lower after the open, and then I will long from the 1 hour fair value gap. I like that. That's likely going to be my forecast too, Hassan. Today, quantitative tightening ends. Market's gonna cook. Thoughts on that? I don't know. It's like the market is already cooking for so long. It's like I don't know how much more the market has to cook for people to think that it's gonna cook, I guess. But yeah, we have on Wednesday, we have a federal funds rate. People are expecting a 25 basis point decrease. It's gonna be interesting. That's all I'll say. It's gonna be interesting.
And it's at
Yeah.
one BTC,
What?
Bitcoin.
What do we have on Bitcoin? It's looking interesting too.
I'm asking you guys.
Personally, I don't like the price action at all. It's like if I'm being unbiased, it looks very bearish. Um,
uh,
but who knows? Like it's Bitcoin. At any point, it can just rip 50%, and then everyone is left on the sidelines.
I wanted to break the POI.
I want
Is
to
that a
buy
week?
eventually back at 42. I want to buy
42K.
around here.
That's crazy. Do you think it will ever get there?
Yeah. Well,
I'm expecting around 55.
like if we look at just, is it Coinbase that is older? Maybe. Like if you always check, like from high to low,
How much drop does it happen? 80%?
72. From this all-time high, we have 77. So let's say that we go 7. Let's even say we only go 70.
70. Yeah.
If we only go 70, that's 37K. So that's quite a lot. But yeah, it's 70%. It's a very big drop. So, but then it just eventually ends up going higher. I just don't think the risk to reward is there now. Because if I were to ask everyone here, do you think we're more likely to go to 180K or 50K?
It's a very tough decision for me.
I'm saying over the like what will be hit first, 180K or 50K?
um, for right now, I would say 50K.
Because I would say the same. And if you really think about it, it's pretty much either 50% down, which means you lose half of your money, or 100% up, which means that you double your money. So when I look at that, I don't see a reason to buy now. That's the only thing for me. All else, I don't really care. Like long term, it's going to be higher than what it is now. So
Yeah,
depends on what people want to do.
I'm buying every 5K drop. I'm
Yeah.
investing some of my money every 5K drop right now.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. What else do we have? What else do we have? You going down. GU. DXY is like stuck in this area where it's like it should move up from here for a little bit, even if it is just towards this order block, but then eventually continue moving higher. Thank you. Oh, this fair value gap was nice. Oh, it was nice. But I do think we might come a little bit lower at market open. It doesn't look like the most bullish type of price action.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So, what do you guys think? Like, to trade in 100K account or to trade in 425K account? Which will be your favorite?
Astuce, you want to start?
Um, This is a actually underrated question because most people will be going for 100K. But for me, I would rather go for 425K than 100K. And I'm going to copy trade between those accounts. The reason I'm saying that is like I noticed lately I started trading 50K with funding pips. And then what happened is yeah. So what happened is, let's say I take a trade and I copy trade all of my trade, let's say 25K, 4 account, right? And then
Mhm.
if I manage to make 2K per account, right? If I manage to make 2K per
Mhm.
account, how much am I making? You do 2000 times 4, you're gonna make 8K, right? It's
Mhm.
going to be very easier for you to see your money going up by 2K and let it run to close than you making $8,000 on a 100K account. Because when you see your money going up in a 100K account, you might not let your trade run until 8K. You might maybe close it somewhere around maybe 3K, 4K because you see that that's a lot of money. But if you're trading
Yeah.
smaller account combined, then you're more likely making more money than trading one big account. And that's like psychology, like how you see the money going up and down. So that's what I've noticed with me. I made way more money trading 50K's account than trading 100K. Like when I was trading 100K, the biggest payout I had was a 10K payout. But I copied 450K accounts and I pulled what like a 16K payout. I almost double how much I made on a 100K or a 200K. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. It's all about how you see the money, you know. But the most practical would be just trade one big account. That's like really practical, where you can just like walk outside and you see a trade, you take one big account. That's way better. But again, it depends what you're actually looking for: more money with like less psychology issue or flexibility.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do the
Nice one.
same as Astuce, but trade one at a time, basically. It can be with more risk, but for
Mhm.
example, I would maybe risk 2% on 125K out of the four that I would have. Um, but yeah, I would definitely not only have one funded account. I think and by the way, let us know in the chat your answer to this question. Would you rather have a 100K account funded or four 25K accounts? Um, but yeah, I think my question is my answer is similar to Astuce's, where I'll trade four, but I would trade maximum one at a time, and I'll do 2% risk instead of 1% risk. What about you, Haramani? What would you do?
Yeah, same for me. So, a few months back, let's say this 2025 until April, I was trading only on one or two account, like 50K or 100K. So I'm stuck like I only have 1K, 100K on challenge. So I need to pass that account. So it took me around, sometimes it took 1 month or 2 months to pass both phases. So after I am funded, it's very hard to make 4 or 5K from that only one account. So after I realized, then I changed my formula to 425K account or 250K account. That's how I improve myself. And from that, around from June, uh, I can make more from this diversify account. So I will go for 425K for that.
Let's see. People saying 425K accounts, 425K accounts. It's better to have multiple accounts. Yep, it's true. But managing all wouldn't be difficult emotionally. No, you have trade copiers. So no, it wouldn't be an issue. You just have to check if the prop firm allows trade copiers. There's prop firms that allow there's prop firms that don't allow it at all. There's prop firms that allow them if the accounts that you're trading is a master account, which means that's the account that you're mainly trading, and then it would copy to the other accounts. And yeah, there's prop firms that just don't have rules about that, and you can just copy trade them if you want. Uh, at what point
Yeah.
do you know your strategy stops working and you're just in drawdown? usually most of the time you're just in drawdown. Your strategy has not stopped working. Like everyone always like looks at 2 trades losing and they're like, oh fuck, maybe it stopped working. It's like, what if it's 10 trades? What if it's 10
Mhm.
trades? Probably it's not that the strategy isn't working, it's that you're simply not following it the correct way, I would say. I would say very rarely is it the strategy. Could be if you're focusing on the wrong things, especially if you're taking reversals, but all the rest. What would you say, Astuce?
That strategy doesn't work because of few
Yeah.
losses.
When would you say that your strategy is not working versus you just taking normal losses because it is what it is?
Uh, to be honest, I'm not really kind of blaming strategy. The only time I start like blaming strategy is when I you see the scenario where you hit stop loss before going to TP. If that happened way too often, then I know that I'm doing something wrong. If in a whole month and every single trade I take has been stop loss TP, or most often, let's say within the whole time I've been trading throughout the year, and if I notice that most of the losses I had, not because it was just a completely failed trade, but price hit my stop loss and it goes to TP. I know that there's something wrong with my strategy. That's when I blame the strategy. But if it's just normal losses that happen sometime, I have no point. I just like take it as a normal series of losses like everyone can have, and just try to probably it could be price action. If you are trading when price is ranging, you'll obviously have stop losses as well. But blaming the strategy by itself just because of a moment of losing streak, that's not the right thing to do, in my opinion.
Yeah. Same with me as well. So losing 2 to 3 times, it's a normal, but uh, I think every kind of strategy will work in their own way. So I will not blame to the strategy. So I will look myself and I will try to find out what mistake I made on that particular trade, and I will try to figure it out.
And like this is why I say that it's so important for traders to forecast, because if you forecast, you will always be able to judge yourself on what you said you were going to do.
No.
Because if you, for example, Hassan, by the way, he's now in profits. Very nice. He shorted EU and is now going down. Very, very nice. And he said that right at the top, which is nice. Nice. Congratulations, Hassan. Let's go. Very, very nice. What was I going to say? Like, let's say Hassan was this morning was like, okay, if the market moves up and we start breaking bearish, I will execute on the shorts. And then the market starts moving up, it starts breaking bearish, and he enters in the shorts, right? So if that happens and it results in a loss, but everything he said was he wanted to see happening happens and he executes and it's a loss, it doesn't matter because there's other times where he does that and it's a win. And obviously, more times it is a winner than it is a loser. So you need to have something to judge yourself on, and that usually the best way to do it is just by forecasting every day. Because if you forecast every day, you will have a way to judge yourself every single day, and it's good. It's the best way to.
Mm,
Do you guys forecast every day or no? Or do you get to the charts and you're like, yeah, I'm chill. This is what I'm looking for.
I
Yeah,
do
I'm
both.
doing like that.
I do
Okay.
both.
No sort
There are days where
of
like
journaling to the for forecasting.
I don't journal, but sometimes there's something I'm expecting to happen in a day. Let's say today I'm trading and I'm done trading basically, and I kind of have an idea exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. Maybe today price I had a sell to maybe clear some liquidity and give a buy. Then by tomorrow I'm expecting price to go long, right? So someday I forecast that way, but some others I just have no idea what's happening. I just come on the chart and analyze, and whatever price gave it to me, I just take it. So it depends on the scenario.
Yeah, and if that trade becomes a loser, what would you think?
just lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Just lost.
Like
Mm.
as long as you say, if this happens, I execute, and this happens, and you execute, and it's a loss, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was exactly what you forecasted. I like to say this, which is if you take a if you take a if you say you're gonna take a trade and you don't take it and you just avoided a loss, that in itself is a bigger loss than taking that trade and taking the loss. Because in one, you
Yeah,
just doubted yourself. Not only did you
makes
doubt yourself,
sense.
but the market rewarded you for doubting yourself. That's the worst thing that can happen. Because now you think
Yep.
Mm,
that that is something you should do over and over again.
yeah.
Like you just have to trust yourself over a long enough period of time. Let's see. What else do we have? We have GU now moving down a little bit. DXY moving up from that higher time frame level. Boom. NQ pulling back. We're at the 1 hour order block now.
Hmm.
NQ's at that 1 hour order block. ES failed to break higher. So NASDAQ is more bullish than ES today. Or ES is more bearish than NASDAQ today. Gold ranging. It's at that daily fair value gap. Like, I think just like Astuce, if I had to take a trade and it's in I'm only being given the 4 hour chart, I would short. But if I'm only being given the daily chart, I would
So
long.
done. Yeah.
So therefore, you have low probability conditions. Like that's such a good exercise for everyone that is watching, which is if you want to know if it's high probability and low probability conditions, go through every single time frame you execute on and ask yourself if you would long or if you would short. If there's so many different answers, then you know it's low probability conditions. So can you analyze DAX? Heramani, do you want to analyze DAX? Just see what
No,
it
I didn't. I didn't do it once. Sorry for that.
I do it.
That's um,
Alright.
what's COT? Do you know about COT for swing trading system?
It's moving higher from that last on Monday. Me and Zamco were looking at these longs that the market was reacting from a very, very nice level. And we thought that this was actually pretty bullish. Looks very, very good. It's just like NASDAQ and ES. It's like, why would you short this now? Why would you short DAX now? I don't think it would make sense to short it now until we have a strong move lower. Because that strong move lower would give you that indication that we might go continue lower, but I don't think that that's going to be the case. Overall, the market is pretty bullish.
Yeah.
What do we have here? Bro, from 2015 all the way to 2021, DAX did not move. Buying the top in 2015 must have been the worst thing someone could have done. Like almost 10 years and no returns and insane amounts of inflation. Crazy. Continue moving lower here. Astuce, do you want to break down just a little bit of gold?
Actually, I don't really have it set up right now, so I don't think.
Just what
Um,
you would look for in order to get a setup.
I can't have it set up inside what's happening.
What would you have to
Uh,
see happening, even if it is up
uh,
until tomorrow or in the next 3 weeks, for you to take a trade.
Okay, okay. Let me share my screen really quick.
Let's do it. Let's see it.
Wait, do you guys see my screen now?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I think I may have to start using my desktop to join streaming, so I have two screens.
Yeah, now. Okay.
Yeah, you see my screen. All right, so right now, for longs, the only thing that's holding this thing for buy is basically this zone right here. So if price buys from here, then I can expect price to like go bullish from it. Right away, I'm expecting price to do this. But again, I have no idea if this zone is gonna hold or not. And if price does that, then probably you're expecting price to go higher. But aside, if that zone doesn't hold, then the next zone, I'm gonna break down pretty much every single buy zone I can have. So this is like the first buy zone right there. And then the second buy zone I'm gonna have is from this low right here, right? Where I'd want to see price drop, tap this and give me a line. And why would I want to do that? If you come back to something like the 15 minutes and then you zoom in, I think I have a lot of line. Let me remove it. Some of them. So okay. So if I come here, for me, when it comes to choosing a POI, I have like a set of rules that I follow. So for me to choose an order block or any sort of POI, first, I would want to see a liquidity taken, right? So let's say from high here, let's say price drop and clear this low here. But I have a liquidity taken. And the second step I want to see is I want to see price breaking structure to the upside. So what happened is liquidity taken right here. Second step, break or structure to the upside. Third step, I want to see some sort of internal liquidity left by price. And then I want to see price come, take the internal liquidity, mitigate the order block right here, and then give a buy to the upside. Pretty much every order block I choose, this is basically the rule I follow. And following that rule is the same thing that's happening right here, where I have a liquidity taken right here. And then the only thing that didn't happen here could have been a break of structure, where I would want to see price breaking here, but it didn't break structure. So that already makes any sort of low right here a low probability setup. And then the internal liquidity created by price is pretty much the sort of triangle liquidity right here. So I'm expecting price to come and then do a take out this liquidity and give me a buy, something like this. So this is one of the zone right here. And again, even this zone, you follow the same thing, liquidity taken, some internal break of structure and some internal liquidity on the lower time frame. And then price kind of playing out from here already. But if that doesn't hold, then this should be like the kind of setup I'm gonna be looking. But if both of them fails, then I have no really reason to buy from any of this. So I'm expecting price to just clear everything, something like this before I look for any sort of buy. So these are basically kind of some of the setup I'm looking for. And then sometimes it happens where you have like clean setups that are waiting to happen, but price just happen to like give you entry. Let's say from here, price just flies away without giving me entry. So if the price does fly away and without giving me entry, most of the time I just look for a new structure created. Let's say price does something like this. Then what I'm gonna do here is I'm probably gonna look for maybe some sort of breaker block or something that price has created, maybe fair value gap here. And then wait for price to give me a pullback right there, and then look for continuation for a new high. Right. So these are basically what I'm expecting to see on gold, basically. I don't know if you guys have any different view.
Okay.
What about you, Hermani? Is there anything that you would execute on this week that you would be interested in executing on this week?
Yeah. I will share my screen then. Okay. So for this week, I need to see to take out these lows at least, or it may be this low. And if we take out some downside liquidity, and then if I see some break of structure upside in at least in 4-hour time frame, then I will go for long on gold. That's my plan for now. But for
Okay.
now, I want to see some uh, liquidity grab downside, sell side liquidity.
Mm.
Somehow
Yeah.
like this.
What about?
This will be
Yeah. Go.
okay. So if I see this kind of a movement on gold, then only I will be interested on buy on gold. So that's it for me. I'm waiting for that.
What about on Nasdaq?
On
Oh
Nasdaq,
boy.
I'm bullish on Nasdaq, but I want to see some pullback in 1-hour time frame. So for now, I don't want to risk. At least it got some retracement to this level. So today I will wait for it. If it after 9:30 opening, if it gave me some retracement and respect this level, and if I see some break of structure upside at least in 15 minutes, then I will go for some buy today on Nasdaq. But overall, I'm bullish on Nasdaq.
Yeah. So you would want to see a larger pullback for you to actually look for any trades. What if there isn't that pullback? Would you still long for the rest of the week or just trade another pair?
If I see it on that pullback, then I will do nothing. I will wait for another setup to happen
Okay.
according to the price.
So you would rather see that first. You would rather see any sort of manipulation before entering in any trades.
Yeah.
Perfect. How many accounts? Okay, so I'm gonna quickly share what I'm gonna look for the week.
Okay.
And to be fair, I think it's pretty much done. No? Maybe. Okay. Daily chart on EU. I want to see like if we react bullish from here because right now we haven't had a market structure shift just yet. Right here, I want to see the market on the 4-hour at least closing above because right now 4 hours looking bearish. So if the 4-hour and the daily chart are aligned, then you have higher probability conditions for sure. So from here, I'm just looking for the market to start giving us some bearishness. And then from here, you could possibly short. But if we have that bullishness, that's when the high probability trades would come in. Like right now, I'm not really looking at anything. I'm not interested in anything. I know traders start thinking, oh my God, this is a bullish market structure shift. And then they enter here and then they instantly take a loss. And why is that? So let's imagine that this is actually a trade for some reason. Let me do as a trade not taken because I don't want anyone to think that I ever took this trade because it's stupid. And I'll explain why. Does this look amazing? Well, first of all, no, it already doesn't look amazing. But second, you're looking at this price section right here and you're thinking, oh my God, that is so much bullishness. You go to the 5-minute, you see no bullishness. You go to the 15-minute, you see no bullishness. You go to the 1-hour, you see no bullishness. You go to the 4-hour, you see no bullishness. You can only find bullishness on the daily chart. So like you're fighting against every single other time frame. Like that is a very, very bad way to trade because you're just gonna get destroyed all the time. And yes, there's going to be a day where this is gonna be the low, and oh my God, I took a 1 to 3. Doesn't matter because it will not account for all of the losses that you will take. So personally, I'm waiting to see when the 4-hour aligns with the daily chart. And from there, I will be looking for a trade. Pound dollar looks like it wants to reverse a little bit lower, which is going to be similar to EU just pulling back a little bit. And then once we have that pullback towards maybe the 50% of this fair value gap, then I could be interested in the longs. DXY, again, just range bound right now. And then on NASDAQ. So there's two options on NASDAQ. We're already reacting out of the order block that I mentioned. So we either start reacting bullish from here and forming that bullish order flow, in which case I will long. We have multiple targets. Today, I would say the target is, could we go towards that high? Maybe, but I don't know. Tomorrow is FOMC. I would be careful, right? I wouldn't try to hold a trade for too long today, just because it's FOMC tomorrow. They have very clear targets. So I would be looking for the longs. The market, for me, doesn't have to pull all the way down towards this order block, but it would be great if it does, because it gives you a better risk to reward towards that first target instead of trying to aim for that huge target up there. So I would just wait at this point. So there's really it on gold. I don't see much happening right now. I don't see much happening over the last 5 days. So I'm just going to be waiting. I think the easy trading was once we had this breakout, like you had 3 days of easy trading. That's it. And all the rest, it's range, right? And then Bitcoin, it does look like it's forming that staircase up. So let's see. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting until the end of the year. So do you, Hermione or Astuce, have anything to add?
Euro USD?
No, whatever you want, to be fair. I'm
Mm.
sorry. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, that's fair. Nadimi said FOMC is Wednesday. I made a mistake there.
Mhm.
FOMC.
So I will add a small tip for viewers. So
Mm.
Are you gonna share something, Hermione, or
yeah, I will share my screen, then I will share.
okay? I think afterwards we can go enjoy New York session.
Yup.
So I'll share something. So most of the beginner traders I see, they make mistake from this simple tip. So let's say, for example, here is your point of interest. It could be order block, fair value gap, anything else. So it's your point of interest, and your bias is bullish. So the price is reaching to this level, and after the moment the price reaches this level, most of the trader doing is that they will go for buy from here, from this level. So first of all, I want to say is that after the price reaches to this point of interest, just wait for some confirmation. It could be another in lower time frame break of structure, or something like higher time frame candle formation. So at least I want to say is that after the price is reaching to your point of interest, wait for some confirmation like break of structure or higher time frame candle closing. So it will be very helpful to all of you. Like I see most of the beginner trader, they are making this mistake again and again. So
Yeah,
that's the thing I want to share.
100%. Instead of trying to call the high or the low, you wait for the market to show you where it is, and then you trade.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And yeah, I will talk with you all next week. See you, everyone.
Yep. See you.
Bye.
Thank you, chat.
Bye.
Bye bye. Have a great week, everyone.